Hello everyone and welcome back to Stationeers. Okay, before we do anything else, we need to very quickly go back to the old base and enable the automation for the Stirling engine. Unfortunately, I completely forgot to re-enable it and it is kind of important, so let's just go ahead and there we go. Also, don't choke. So very quickly need to go back because things are heating up, and if we leave it like this, it will explode. So there we go. Okay, the day is saved. Good. Basically, if we leave this one alone, it will take in too much heat from the outside, the gases inside will overheat and they will expand too much, overpressurize, and boom. Which would not be ideal. Okay, well, I suppose at this point we should be able to start powering up this base. Although, okay, maybe not just yet, but I think I will leave the atmospherics, and we don't really have any plants yet, so this one can turn off. But otherwise, I think, yeah, maybe in a couple of days we should have enough power to keep this base running continuously. But obviously we need to have weather alarms, so I will leave the atmospherics on. Okay, now we can go back and take care of the plants. Well, I am not that worried about wasting the ferns, but I really want to take care of the food plants if I can. So let's take care of those first. For that, I suppose we will need to print out at least one grow light, and then I will print out the rest later, but for now, to save the food plants, we need at least one. And then one transformer maybe. Yeah, so one grow light. One of these, please. Just the one. After this, we will need... yeah, let's do with the transformer right away. I think it would do us some good. So after this one is finished, we will need one transformer. The small one will do. That one requires iron. Is it? Yeah, it's in here. Okay, give us one of these. Okay, please, one, thank you. And then we will need a lot of cabling. I mean, for the first one, we don't really need that much. Maybe we might need a little bit of extra heavy cabling. So cabling heavy, I don't know, give us 20 or something. Sure, that's fine, 22. Get started and take these and install them as soon as possible, so maybe we can save some of the food plants. Now, I did take a look at the diagrams and unfortunately, okay, this one is already too late. Fine, save as much as we can. So I took a look at the diagram for the coverage of the grow lights, and basically we have to install at least 3 of them. Unfortunately, we cannot do it with less than 3 for each side. There we go. Just go all the way to the elevator. Yeah, this way I suppose. Also, yes, we will install some automation, but first I want to make sure that we can at least save the food. That way, turn on, go all the way up, then one step down. There, and now just need to hook this one into the main base power. Okay, this one needs to go all the way down. Okay, we are out of cables. Very quickly pick some up because I suspect we need some. This one should be enough now. 22 surely is enough. Just need to get to this point and we are good to go. So go all the way up and it should be okay. So just need to turn it on and that should be it. Yes, I know the ferns are pretty much dead, but Let's see. There we go. So this one is on. Unfortunately, this one, it's all dead. I will harvest whatever we can. Maybe we can save these two. I am not sure. This one is dead. Okay, we managed to save the sugar cane. That's a relief. And the potatoes. Okay, better than nothing, I suppose. Right, and I will quickly go around and try to save as much of the ferns as possible too. And I think that's it. I think the rest of them are completely dead. Well, we still managed to save a good number of them, so replanting is not going to be very painful, but still could have been better. Okay, so you guys should be okay now, as far as I can tell. Good. Unfortunately, we did lose the cocoa beans, but thankfully we had one, so okay, that was a very good decision that I have not replanted all of them. There we go. And now we just need to basically, well, go downstairs, print out. So as I said, we will need 3 for each side. That's 12, so we need 11 more and a lot of cabling. Okay, level 7. Print out the grow lights first. Sure, shouldn't take too long, although I suppose the cables shouldn't take too long. And while we are cabling things up, okay, cables first. While we are cabling things up, then we will print out the grow lights. So yeah, I think 1 stack might be enough. Right, okay. In the meantime, I suppose we might as well consolidate all our resources and take stuff what we have and we don't have. So for example, we don't need these, so all right, we can merge these. There we go. Make some room in the inventory so we can move as much stuff at once as possible. And you can go there. All right, and the insulated piping can go there. Okay, all of you come with us. Okay, so we have the cabling. Next up, please give us the grow lights. And as I said, we will need 11 more. So 10 plus 1, 11, get going. And let's take stock. So we need iron, copper, and maybe some silver, but we are very rarely using it, so it's fine. And by the way, what do we need for the hard suit? I have been asked in the comments not too long ago, so might as well check. So a hard suit. The helmet will take steel, stellite, astraloy, and the main suit, steel, stellite, astraloy. Okay, 2 and 10, 2 and 2. Okay, so it's not very expensive. Stellite and astraloy. I suppose we can print out 1 if we wanted to. Now, what about what is the name of the new suit? I completely forgot. Not the hard suit, but the harm suit. Okay, this one has a built-in liquid cooling system. Well, let me take a look. So this one will require stellite, hastaloy, and astraloy. Did we make hastaloy? No, we did not. Well, you know what? For the time being, I think I will stick with the Icarus suit. We are just getting out of the summer months, so we will have a very long time when the suit will be just fine. Maybe for the next summer I will print out the hard suit, maybe even the harm suit, but for now this will do. Okay, eat and drink real quick so we can stop the heavy breathing. There we go, and drink. Alt click, there we go, instant. Alright, and we also have Invar. Forgot to put that one into the machine, but that's fine, we have plenty of Invar left in there. Okay, how far are you from finishing? 6, fine. I will quickly go upstairs and install the cabling, and then we'll feed these guys up. Also, don't forget, we need to print out one housing, which we'll use for the automation. But first, the cabling. Okay, apparently 1.5 full stacks was not enough. That's fine. Go downstairs, print out one more stack, and by the way, heat exchanger. Where did I pick up the heat exchanger? Was it from here? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so give us the grow lights and give us one more full stack of cables, please. By the way, yeah, okay, we have enough copper for now, but we might need to go out. So we need iron and copper for the most part. Other than that, we are doing relatively okay. Okay, install these next. So, as I've said, it's not going to be a perfect coverage, but it will do. Also, can you please start healing? Okay, I will harvest this one, we need to replant anyways, but still, this one doesn't look too good. Anyways, as I was trying to say, this one will not give us the perfect coverage because we will, well, waste a little bit of coverage with displacement, but we need to have at least 3 for each side anyways, so it doesn't matter if we waste a bit of coverage on them, it's fine. Okay, so you will go yeah, here in the middle, and this one will go here. This will give us enough coverage for every single plant and a bit of extra if in case we need to expand this way a bit more, but maybe in the future. For now it's fine. Right, there's the cabling. Next up, please give us a housing. Thankfully, we already have the chip from the last episode, so we don't need to worry about that. Get going, and we just need to go ahead and install the cabling. And now I did slightly rewritten the code from the original greenhouse. It's the same exact code, I just made it a little bit more readable, that's all I did. It's already in the library, so all we need to do is load it, but first the cabling. Right, so everything is now wired up. Are you feeling better? Not really. Hopefully it will start feeling better soon. In the meantime, I will go downstairs and quickly pick up the housing. After that, alright, we still need to have the cable cutters, so you come with us. I think I will just put it into the elevator shaft as usual. So all the way up. I mean, I suppose, can we install it? No, right, we cannot install it on the inside. Fine, it will be installed here. The cable runs there, which means it should be there. Can I reach it from... No, I don't think we can. Okay, we need to break open the wall. That's fine. You come down. And we need to wire up the rest. Wait. Did I... Where are the cables? I know we have the heavy cables, but I don't think I've used that much regular cabling, right? No, I did not. Seriously, where is the rest of the cabling? Well, we need at least one more regular cable anyway, so cable please, this one, give us one more full stack, sure. And we just need a single one in there. I don't think this took 50 units, right? Oh well, whatever. Just make sure we wire this up and that's it. So everything is good to go. Now we just need to load the code and that's it. So it is going to be the same exact thing we have on the other greenhouse. It is just slightly more readable. So here, edit, this is a Sterling, not what we need. We need the grow light script, override. So now we don't need to add any devices as a dedicated device on the housing. Everything is being read from hash codes because on this network we only have a single sensor and all the grow lights. And speaking of, we need to install a sensor as well, don't forget. And that's it. So basically the grow lights will turn on if we have the black hole above the horizon, but the greenhouse doesn't receive any direct sunlight. So basically the plants should be receiving some light, but they don't because the black hole is in shadow. And otherwise, if it's nighttime, the grow lights will never turn on. So I think that's all we need to do. Right, confirm, export, you can go in, you can turn on, and except for one thing, we need to have a daylight sensor. So for now, you can just go ahead and cover this place up, and I will go downstairs and print out a sensor. Now, ideally, we should be installing this one on the roof, but I don't think the jetpack will be strong enough for it. Also, you can come with us. You should be in there, thank you. So, sensor. Give us one of these. Also, I suppose I will check the recording when I'm editing, but I don't think wiring up the grow lights was enough to use up 50 units, right? Because it is only 4 for each. There's 12 of them, although, yeah, okay, never mind. Sure, fine. Okay, so that was 50. Go downstairs and... how can we go up if the suit or the jetpack is not going to be strong enough? Let's take a look. Oh, right. If the jetpack is not strong enough, we can just use the terrain manipulator to install a single drop of dirt. Also, apparently this one needs to be powered, and it was powered on for a long time, never mind. So, I suspect we will not be able to reach the top of the building. Let's take a look, and nope, nowhere near. If I go down and start here maybe? No, we stop right around the same place. That's fine, we can just do this, and this will give us enough power to reach the top. There we go. Good. Also, stop. Don't want to drain the battery again. So, you... I will install it here, I suppose. Can I install it maybe in the right in the middle? Sensor... elevator level. Okay, never mind. In that case, just go here. Yeah, that will do. So hook up to the main cable network. And that will do. Okay, so right now the grow lights should be off because it is daytime and this one does receive direct light from the black hole. So that should be okay. Let's take a look. As far as I can tell, yeah, they are off. Good. But as soon as the black hole goes into shadow, during daytime, these guys will turn on, and if it's nighttime, they will turn off. Okay, obviously I don't want to leave this piece of dirt here, so if you don't mind, there we go. Alright, and by the way, I have been keeping an eye on this battery. How are we doing on the gas harvesting? It is 10 megapascals. We could do better. I will leave it on for a little bit longer, but maybe it's not going to be that long before we start dipping below 1000 degrees Celsius during daytime, so maybe we can leave it alone for good. By the way, it appears this one survived, so yeah, automation is very important. And the power in the base, look at that. 2 pips. Very nice. Okay, quickly before we cook. Yeah, I am tempted to bring out the hard suit, but at this point we are approaching winter months, so I don't think I will. But for now, switch this one out, open helmet, and we are good to go. So, the greenhouse should be okay now. Right, the black hole is in shadow, which means we are giving the plants extra lighting. By the way, you are... okay, you are not healing, but you are ready for harvest. I will harvest it. I know we could go for seeds, but it's fine. We have 10 full seeds of soybeans, so it's fine. Let me just combine these. We have 7 and one extra, that's 8. I think I will only plant 6 of them. I don't think we need the full 9. I think this is enough. Alright, delete this one and replant the seed. I don't want to hold on a single piece of seed, so that's fine. And I suppose we might as well just eat this one. Yum yum. Okay, next up, the ferns. So we have 1 full stack here, then 2 full stacks here. That is 40, 49 plus 58. Okay, I think we can replant maybe 2 sides relatively easily, and then we need to wait until those grow up before we can replant the last one, plus this. That's fine. Also, I think I will only replant the cocoa beans when the black hole is perpetually visible behind the mountain. Or above the mountain, what I meant to say. Because I don't want to risk maybe having a power outage or something and not having enough sunlight for the cocoa beans to grow up properly. But anyways, first we need to get rid of the dead plants and then we can start replanting. Okay, so we are ready for the next planting. Good. I will just wait for these to grow up, then harvest enough to replant for the rest of them, and that's it. Okay, so the greenhouse is saved. Could have been better handled, but you know what? Not too bad. Also, apparently this one got stunted by the lack of light, but well, it's fine. So, right, so now we have a choice to make. We can either go and install the mining for the triple deposit, or we can start doing a bit of extra piping in this base because we need to bring the oxygen up for the water generator and we need to bring the water up for the plants. I think I will go for the piping first. We are not really in all that much need of those resources. We can just go out and mine manually, it's fine. But taking care of the actual base might be a bit more beneficial. Right, so first things first, we will need a lot of piping. You guys come with us. Technically speaking, we don't need insulation the entire way, only the parts that are, well, contacting the outside. By the way, how much oxygen do we have? We have 2.5 megapascals, not too bad. Could be better, but it is relatively okay. And tell you what. Do we want to harvest? I think the pollutants is going down a little bit, so since we are here, I will turn on the automated harvesting for these guys. You import this code, and all the way down at the bottom, we need to take off the comments from these lines. This will enable automated harvesting. If it's cold enough outside, it will take in gases automatically. So let's just do that. Export, you can go back. So it is cold outside, that means we are harvesting. Very good. Next up, the volatiles. Not necessary, but eventually we will need to have some extra canisters, maybe for more Stirling engines. So tell you what, let's just have them at the ready. Plus, you know, any extra we harvest will be vented outside, so it's fine. Excuse me, I don't want to deconstruct. I just want to take out the chip. What are you talking about, not deconstruct? Why can't I pick up the chip? Open, there we go. Alright, so import, edit, and once again, down here, take off the comments. Good. Export, you can go back. And please start harvesting some old volatiles. I mean, for this one we don't really need. Right now the pressure is, oh wait, never mind, 50 kilopascals in the base. I think we can start very slowly increasing the pressure in the base. So tell you what, instead of 50 kilopascals, let's go for 61. Right, this will put extra CO2 into the base, which will heat things up a little bit, but I think the cooling system now can handle it. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Okay then, so let's print out a bunch of piping. I think I will just go for insulation the entire way. Although, the only way to save, I mean, we have to run the pipes through here anyways. I don't want to have floating pipes, so yeah, just print out insulated piping, it's fine. You, insulated piping, give us these, silicone and steel, obviously, which we have. Silicone 600, steel 900, plenty enough. I think I will start with 3 stacks, although that might be overkill, but well, we will make use of them eventually anyway, so it's fine. So this one and a full stack of steel. that will surely be enough. Good. And you give us 3 full stacks, that's going to be 60. Get going. So how are we going to do this one? Obviously, we need to hook into... where is the piping? Right, into these pipes inside this wall. That will run... Oh, let me just take a look. This one is going down. Yeah. So here we can split off there, run it through here. This section doesn't have to be insulated, this is on a frame, but from this point on it will have to be insulated because this section is going to be exposed to the outside. Okay. Also, we might want to color that one red because that is the filling station for the voltage canisters there, and yeah, just use the spray gun. Can I reach it from here? No, I cannot. The only bad thing about this setup is that I cannot jump over these railings. Would be a really good way of navigating the base. Anyways, that's done. Next up, the oxygen pipes. After the oxygen is finished, I will very likely deal with the water pipes going up to the planters. And I think we might as well just have those hooked up to the main base water supply. It doesn't need to be separated like we did in the old base. Anyways, you come with us. I will pick up a piece of white piping and then we'll use that to color the rest of them. Yes, I know I'm doing it through a wall, but it's a bit easier this way. So you come with us. Yes. You merge with this one, so we have 13 white piping. You can go back and we will split off here. Wait, isn't that the place where we go into the... Yeah, that sounds like... Why can't I... Do we have cabling in here? I think we do. Okay, that's fine. I suppose we can just go up and follow the lowering. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, we can just go up, which means we might want to start there. So we will basically make a turn here. Good. This one needs to be insulated. I suppose a 5 length, because this one needs to be at least 4 pipes anyways. Although, let me see. 1, 2, 3, yeah, at least 4. So we might as well use 4 and save on 1 there. Yes, this place is still exposed to the outside, and from here on we can use uninsulated piping until here, where we once again need to make a turn up there, and this one will go into the water generator. Might as well just bring it down now. So, are you empty? Yes, you are completely empty, so it's not necessary to turn it off, but I will still turn it off. There we go, no heat leaking into the base, that's great. And here we will go down. Also, for a little bit you can turn off.
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
I don't want to damage our lungs. There we go. So here, oh, right. The door doesn't allow us to do this, but we can go down and go that way. Let me guess, we have cabling there. Yeah, I suspect we have cabling there. Fine. Let's just use the service tunnel. Yeah, we have cabling here, not great. Also, this one should be all white. I suppose we might as well just pick it up, it's fine. And replace all this with white piping. Because this is oxygen, so this one needs to be white. Now, how can we come through here? Oh, just need to recable a little bit. It's fine. Okay, then, in that case, you come with us. And go this way instead. Yeah, that will fix it. Right. Okay, now we can start laying the pipes for real. I will not leave this one here. Obviously, eventually we will have more pressure in these pipes than the basically the canister can handle, so we don't want to leave this here. Right, do we need the... yeah, there we go. You come with us, and you are just going to be a simple corner piece, like that. And at this point you can close. Right, you can turn on, once we have some oxygen in the pipes, you will start working. And eat and drink, since we are here. Okay, you can close, and at this point we can turn this back on, so we can start vacuuming out that chamber. And there we go. So yeah, we managed to save on one pipe. This one will be yeah, uninserted. It doesn't have to be inserted. It's the same temperature as the base anyways, so it's fine. And on this side we just need to hook into the oxygen storage. Also, that means that we need to start printing out. Let me just take a look. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. Technically, just print out a full stack, it's fine. And apparently we don't need this much piping. Anyways, speaking of piping, print out regular piping. A full stack will do. We already have one, but we need more than one, so might as well go for a full stack. And obviously we need iron for that, which we only have less than 200. Not great. Okay, get started. We might as well color it white. So the red paint can go back, white paint can come out. And as soon as it's finished, I will color them white and install them. Oh, right, we don't need to do this. You can go back. All we need to do is pick up this one and use that to color the pipes. Okay, you can come with us now. I will leave one yellow just in case I want to recolor them back. Alright, so... how much was it? We can install at least 110, so that's fine. We can save on 2 pieces of pipe there. Then it's too long for this portion. Then we can use a 5 and then a 3. Okay, so we managed to save on 3 pieces of pipe. That's fine. The rest of them can go back to being yellow. And now all we need to do is hook up to the oxygen supply. Okay, then let's go for it. How many piping is that going to be? That's going to be at least... so we started here in this corner, right? Yeah, we need to start going up there. And that's going to be... so the 10 is too long. What about a 5? 5 will go, but... okay, we need 6 safe on one pipe. And as soon as I install the last piece of piping, the water generator should have a continuous supply of oxygen. So right now, this one is completely empty. But as soon as I install... Oh, right. Need to install it from downstairs. Oh, it's inside the cladding. Fine, break open the cladding. You need to come down. Angle grinder apparently. And install it right there. So after this, double check. So this pipe has oxygen and that pipe does not. Good. And there we go. You can go back. This way, right? No. This way. Okay, so the water generator should have a continuous supply of oxygen at this point. Let's just take a look. It has... Yes, a lot of oxygen now. Good. And it is still working exactly as it should. It is only importing 200 moles. It's only going to import from this main storage if it needs. Just like this. Very good. Okay then. So now, did we install some kind of automation to monitor the base supply? I don't remember. I think it was on the combustor, right? Speaking of the combustor, turn it off for now, although it will leak heat into the base, so it doesn't really matter. Fine. Just quickly take out the chip from it. So, suit on. You come out. Fine. This bug again. You come out. Import. Go back. And quickly close. Okay, so are we monitoring the base water supply through the combustor? Let's take a look. Let me see. Water analyzer. So no, we are not monitoring the base. I think we are only monitoring it for the displays, not for any kind of automation. I think we can install it here. Yes, I think so. Let's just go ahead and load from the base analyzer. So load that one. And we are interested in a base volume. Or install that as a new register. Register 8, so alias base volume will be R8. And then it's fine. We are interested in the base analyzer and we are interested in the volume of liquid. Yeah, there we go. It turned yellow, so that's a valid logic type. Good. So now we have some idea of how much water is inside the base storage. What is the current volume of the base storage, by the way? Let me just take a look. And this is right now, I believe 410 liters. Okay, I will stop at 200 liters, I suppose. More than 10% the way there, so yeah. Okay, so set greater than, yeah, set greater than. If the base volume is greater than 200, so we have more than 200 liters of water in the base, then the value will be set to 1. And although, confirm for a second. If we have 200 liters of water inside the base, then we might as well shut the entire place down, right? In that case, what we can do is basically press the off button, and that will shut the entire place off, because all we need to do is off and everything shuts off. Or do we just want to turn off the combustor? Because for power consumption, this would be the most ideal. Idling is only consuming 200 watts, 150 for these guys, and maybe the door and the display and the water fountain or something like that. So that would be the most ideal, I think. Right, okay, so I think a simple relative branching will do. Okay, so we don't need to do this one. Have a branch relative greater than. So if the base volume is greater than 200 liters, no wait, less than. We want to jump over this part if we have less than 200 liters, I mean. So, but if we have more than 200 liters, so this one doesn't apply anymore, then we want to execute this part of the code, which is going to be set batch name. We want to have the logic button, right? Or I suppose modular will give us what we need. Utility button. We want to have this device hash. We want to have the hash name, hash there, and we want to use the off name, and it's the activate, I believe. So activate, set it to 1. Right, so let's assume that this is going to be okay. For now, we can test it. If we comment this line out, then this will activate no matter what. Confirm. Fine, leak a bit of extra heat in the base. It's fine. We are venting CO2 in the base anyway, so it's not the end of the world. So overwrite the code, overwrite this code, export, and this, everything should turn off now. Exactly. Everything is shut off. Good. Which means all we need to do is take off the command from this line. Now we will only do this if we have more than 200 liters of water in the base. Because if it is less than 200 liters, we will jump over this line. So confirm. You come out, export the code. You can go back and turn everything on. Also, you can close now, please. And yes, nothing is turning off. Good. As far as I can tell, this one should work. I guess we will see once we have more than 200 liters of water in the base. But yeah, I think this will work quite nicely. Obviously, this is only relevant if the combustor is at least turned on, but if it's turned off, we are not going to generate any water anyways, so it's fine. If not, I guess we will discover, but as far as I can tell, this one should work just fine. Okay, I think we can start working towards hooking up the water to the plants. Also, you guys should be consolidated there. I know I can use the stackers to combine all these, but you know what, it's fine. I don't really mind. Plus, if I wanted to use the stackers, we would have to break open the chutes on the backside. That's a bit more work, so yeah, it's fine. Once again, I will harvest one side. 2. Okay, all of them had 2, so that's great. Replant the seeds, and we can make 2 French fries. Alright, you can stay in the microwave and we can eat this one. And drink from the fountain. There we go. Okay then. Next up. I think I will run the water. I think I will. Yeah, we don't need to have this one anymore. So I will uninstall all this. Run the pipes until here. Go up through the corner. And we can hook into the water supply for the plants that way. Okay, do we have any water in here? I suspect we do because we have been siphoning it into it. So I will run a couple of laps with the canister so we can bring as much water upstairs as we can, and then I suppose we can uninstall the... Yeah, okay, never mind. We can uninstall this one. There we go. And then hook them together and that will combine them. The only thing we will lose is the one inside the canister holder, I suspect. So that's fine. In that case, it's fine. You can stay here. Fine, let's just do it that way. Pick up... how much piping do we want to use for this? We have 15 here. And 1 here, okay. In that case, let's quickly fix the issue with the separate networks first. First, you need to come with us. There we go. We might as well pick up the cabling now. Don't leave it for later because then I will just forget it. There we go, that's fixed now. We combine these. Good. And I don't know, does this one have any kind of internal volume? Or does it only have volume if we have a canister installed? Okay, it doesn't say anything with the Atmon analyzer, so I will assume that it doesn't have any kind of built-in volume. So I think we can safely uninstall this now. Okay, you can come with us with the wrench. Good. And we can start working our way towards the walls. Technically speaking, we only need to have uninsulated piping here, but it's fine. So we can... Yeah, we can push this one back a little bit. Technically speaking, I think the base analyzer will work if it's on a 10 length of piping, right? So if I install this one here, yeah, that's fine. Let's take a look. Are you reading it? Yes, you are. It is constantly changing, so it's working. Also, by the way, 37 liters of water. Now, obviously, if we go all the way up to the plants, this will increase the volume, but I think I will still only go for 200 liters of water. It's fine. Okay, you can come up or down, up apparently. Go up to the top. And I will hook into the water storage right here. Okay, so all we need is a curve going down, just like this. And then we need to go all the way down. How come I can use a jetpack all the way up here? Interesting. Did I leave some of the dirt inside the foundations? I guess I did. Anyways, let's just print out 1 full stack of insulated piping, and I think that will be enough. So you give us insulated liquid pipes. Yeah, 1 full stack. I'm sure we will make use of it eventually. In the meantime, so that's 1 full length. Can I install that's 2? No, we cannot. That's fine. Plus, at some point, we will extend the volume of these pipes so much that we don't really need to have this inline tank. In fact, this inline tank is, I believe, 250 liters, right? Yes, I think so. We can check. We have this one here. If I install this one here, that is 100 liters. So either 200 or 250 liters. So yeah, I think we can safely uninstall this one and replace it with regular piping at this point. That's fine. You can come with us. And the pipes should be done by now. If I want to get rid of that one, then technically speaking, we don't need to come out this far, but we have so much laid down already. I don't want to change that much, so it's fine. So you come with us and let's finish things up real quick. Yes, start there. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more pipes, so we can use a 5-1. There, then take a turn. That way. And apparently this piece of pipe is too long. That's fine. 1, 2, then we need to uninstall that one and replace it with 5 and a 3. Yeah, it should be safe to uninstall this. So you will be... Can I please reach it? No, I cannot. You will be facing this way. Then we need a 5. Good. Then we can combine this one and a 3 and a 1. Okay, so theoretically, if we take a look at the plants upstairs, they should be the same 30-something liters of water that we can read from the water supply monitoring station. Let's take a look. And this one has 55 liters, even better than it was before. Wow, are we generating water so fast now? Wow. Let me just take a look at that. What is the temperature of the water? I didn't check. Yeah, below 30, so it's fine. Okay, then I will... At this point, I think we are done for this episode. So we have hooked up the oxygen supply. We have managed to save the Stirling engine. We have replanted most of the greenhouse. We have hooked up the greenhouse to the main water supply. Yeah, not too bad for one episode. But we are running a bit long now, so we need to say goodbye now. All that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.